Guys, it's Thursday, which means it's time for another video. I got a request to review The Howling 1 and 2. I actually did not get a chance to watch The Howling 2. I know during this whole coronavirus thing, a lot of people are basically off of work. I'm not off of work, so I don't really have all this time to watch these movies like other people can, so that's why I did not get a chance to watch The Howling 2, so I'm going to just be reviewing The Howling, and hopefully I'll eventually get a chance to watch The Howling 2 and the other sequels. I know a lot of people say that the other ones aren't that good. The second one's alright, but still want to watch those at some point. But The Howling, a lot of people compare this and American Werewolf in London together. I'll talk a little more about that later. But basically, this woman played by Dee Wallace, she was hugely popular back in the 80s with different horror films like Cujo and just too many to name. But she almost gets attacked by a serial killer. Well, she does get attacked, but she almost gets killed. And she ends up going to this remote location in the mountains just to get away from everything. She's a TV reporter. And everything's okay. Everything seems fine. And then all of a sudden, what happens is that all these people in this remote place are werewolves. And you don't find out right away until this big reveal, and then there's this huge transformation scene, and that's what I'm talking about between that and American Werewolf in London, because people like to compare those transformation scenes with each other. I think with American Werewolf in London, that's more of the shock value, because you see every little thing in that, the hands moving and all that, whereas The Howling is kind of a traditional, old-fashioned, werewolf transformation, but kind of with the notch turned up a lot, so it's a lot more hardcore. So I think they both did a great job with that. They both hold up today, because now it's just CGI bullshit and it just looks terrible. I also like this cover too. Definitely got up. I know Scream Factory released this. I don't know if it's out of print yet or not, but this is just a fun movie. I'm not gonna lie, it's been quite a while since I watched it, but I remember completely loving it. In my opinion, I don't like it as much as American Werewolf in London, but still in my top 5 favorite werewolf movies. I remember the first time watching it, the ending. I'm gonna spoil the ending, so if you haven't seen it, stop what you're doing, go check it out. I don't know where it's available. It might be on YouTube. I don't know. It might be. I don't think it's on Tubi. I think all the other movies, 2, 3, 4 are on Tubi, but the first one isn't. So basically, Dee Wallace's character, she leaves the location, goes back to the city, and goes on TV and transforms on TV. And then that's basically the end of the movie. And I just think that is brilliant that Joe Dante did that. And the fact that Joe Dante, when he released this, the trailer for it and everything, he didn't call it a werewolf movie because of what people would think with they think it was an old classic Universal movie type of thing. And little did he know, this is a whole new genre now, is werewolf movies. There's so many werewolf movies, Silver Bullet, Ginger Snaps, Bad Moon, Dog Soldiers, just to name a few. There's so many movies that came out after this in American Werewolf in London that just followed kind of the same type of formula. But this is kind of a different type of formula. It's not a traditional werewolf movie that you see somebody gets scratched and turns into a werewolf. It's just craziness, the fact that she's at this location with all these people that are werewolves. There's a lot of people too, and the fact that the werewolves don't stand on all fours. They stand on on their legs, the two legs. I just think that makes them like a lot more like powerful. Like there's something more evil about that, more scary. But yeah, that's basically my review of Howling. Like I said, I definitely want to check the other sequels out. But if there's a movie that you want me to review, just comment down below on this video, and I'll be sure to get to it as soon as possible. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys on Monday.